Hello everybody, Nameless Narcissist here once again. Simple man diagnosed with MPD, giving the facts of narcissistic personality disorder and things that go on in my head. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, but keep in mind I am no clinician. I can only speak to my own experiences. It's so weird because one of my first comments on my channel I ever got is that they couldn't pay attention to what I was saying because of the reflection in my sunglasses. So like I'm always trying so consciously to like get the reflections out of my sunglasses. Maybe I should put like pieces of paper there to like prevent that or something. I don't know how that would work. Anyways, feeling like a human. What does that even mean? Obviously, clearly I'm a human, right? I talk like a human, I look like a human, those are the main things that I am a human-like because of. I was talking to Spirit Narc about this actually, and it almost feels like I'm an alien, but not in the same way that schizoid people or schizotypal people feel. It's not like I'm an alien, it's that, I guess it's more that I feel like a monster most of the time. That's how I rationalize it nowadays, right? And you can see the grandiosity there, right? I'm a monster, I'm so important, I'm so powerful. But it's not quite like that. It's like I'm not a robot. I'm trying to think of a good like analogy. It feels like I'm like, you know, I feel like I'm just like an external like flesh. And like on the inside, there's nothing quite there. And that like what should be there is like what people should, like what makes somebody a person. And like, I feel like I'm going throughout life and I'm just like watching everybody. And I'm just like almost studying them almost. I'm just like seeing them go throughout life, being human, loving people, like feeling close to people, being able to just sit with these people and like not care. You guys have no idea what kind of rage I went through because my fucking alarm went off in the middle of the recording and like it ended the recording and I'm literally sitting here brooding and like getting just, I hate anger. I hate anger so much. That's another thing that kind of makes me feel inhuman is my emotional reactions, right? It's like all I feel is anger. I feel it all the time and other people just don't get angry. They don't react to things. Everything to me just feels so much all the time. It feels like I'm always just pretending to be a real person, but I'm not, and I know I'm not. And again, I see people and they're just walking around with their partners holding hands. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I could have that. I wish I could be a person. I wish I wasn't empty. I wish I wasn't stuck in this shell. I wish that like I could just like be with somebody and be happy and not care, not make them feel unloved. Actually express love. I wish I could emotionally connect to people, but they're just so different. They're so confusing. I used to describe people as like math equations. I had no fucking clue what was going on inside that equation, right? But I knew what numbers to put in to get out. And everyone else just seems like they're just going throughout life fucking slamming their fists on the keyboard, just not knowing what the fuck's going on. Random numbers are going everywhere. And it feels so simple to me. It feels like everybody around me is so simple that I can so easily just look at what they're like. I can so easily just like look at them, know exactly what they're going to do because they're like, they just don't feel like they're conscious, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I know that they're like, they feel like the humans, right? But like, I view them in such like a lower level life form. Does that make sense? And I'm not like, you know, saying that I really believe that. This is just, I'm speaking to my emotions and my narc brain. But like, it's like watching ants, almost. It's like, you know, like basically what they're going to do. They're going to go get the food. They're going to go back to their thing. Like they're predictable. You can kind of interact with them and like influence their behaviors and stuff like that. Hell, maybe you can use them to like, I don't know, just get rid of food. I don't know exactly what you could use ants for. Or like, just like, it's like watching animals walking around and like, you're just standing there knowing that you're different. Knowing that like, and seeing people just like relax and interact with each other and just look alive. Oh, fuck, I feel like a ghost. Like I'm like possessing somebody. Like I feel dead and like I can't, and that I'm just trying desperately not to let people know that I'm dead, like, or like a vampire. I don't know. I'm trying to think of analogies because it's so hard to describe. I just feel separate from the world and I'm desperately trying to fit in just to make it seem like I'm a real person, just to prove to myself that I'm a real person, prove to everybody else that I'm a real person. It's like, look at me. I'm not fake. I'm like you. I want to be like you. I desperately want to be like other people. I don't want to think like this. It just feels like I miss out on so much of the human experience because I'm just standing there watching. And like, it's nice meeting other narcissists, right? Because it feels like there's other people that know what's going on. It feels like there's other people who aren't NPCs, I guess. I guess NPC would be a good way to describe it. I hate describing people in these terms, by the way. I don't mean to be mean to anybody. This is just like how I'm emotionally feeling, dark brain going wild. And like, it feels like I have another fucking player in this video game. And we're just like standing there watching the world knowing that we're not like them, that we can't connect, that we're angry all the time, that we're manipulative, that we're exploitative. I don't know why I've been in such a mood lately, but I just want to fucking feel human. I want to feel like a real fucking person. And it's like, me doing all of this, me existing in the world, I've grown a lot, and I've realized that, you know, how I view the world isn't accurate. How I view people isn't accurate. But that's almost made it worse because the envy has been so much worse because it's more palpable. Like, I know that, like, I'm right, that I'm not like other people. I know that I don't connect to other people the same way. I know I don't feel love like other people. I know that I don't have compassion. I know that I don't feel guilt. I know that I just feel shame and anger. And it's like nowadays, like, I can't, it's like, people have been upgraded from like ants to like dogs or something like that, or like cats, I don't know, where I can like, I recognize that they have emotions and that they feel, and I can appreciate that to some degree, but it's like, I still can't connect to them. Like, how do you connect to a dog? I mean, like, and you can be very fond of dogs, right? And like care for them deeply, but it's not the same as caring about a human, right? It's like, I'm just looking at them being like, aw, you're cute. Look at you, I won't give you a treat because you're so good, because you're a good little dog. That's so stupid. I'm sorry, that's really stupid. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about like a lot of people nowadays. And I know, again, it's so dehumanizing and I'm sorry, but that's just how it feels. I don't know how else to describe it. And like, again, I care about my dogs. It sounds so bad, but yeah, I care about like them despite the fact that I am inherently above. Or I feel inherently above. And it's refreshing. It's so fucking refreshing to meet other people that feels like they're on the same level, that they're analyzing shit the same way I am. But like, it would be nice to be a dog. It'd be really, like, it's like when people like see cats lounging around, right? And they're all like, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could just have not a care in the world and just like lounge around. Like, that's what it feels like. It's like, I look at, it's like not like this constant feeling of resentment. It does come up sometimes with resentment. But it's just like, I'm looking at fucking these cats and I'm just kind of like, that'd be really nice. They look a lot happier than I am. And maybe it is a little, there's a lot of envy that goes into it too. But it's like one day, and then like there's still a thing of like, you know, you're never going to become a cat. You know, you're never going to be a dog. And like, that's how it feels, knowing that you're never quite going to get there. I have a lot of faith in my healing and how far I'm able to come. I have a lot of faith in how far I have come. But I still just feel different. I still just feel like I can't connect to people. And it's sad. I'm sad. I wish I was like other people. It feels like such a curse, such a burden. Such a burden to see the world for what it is, right? And that's not accurate. Like, I don't have an accurate perception of the world, but it feels like I do. I feel like I'm the only person that does. I feel like I'm around a bunch of robots just going throughout society, just doing whatever, being content. And I'm just not. Nothing is ever good enough. I'm wondering, is it so much that I want to be a person or that I don't want to be one? Because on one hand, I desperately want that. I want to be happy. I want to connect to people. On the other hand, do I want to be normal? Do I want to be like everybody else? Yes and no. I want to be like everybody else. I don't want to be seen like everybody else, if that makes sense. Like, when I'm different. I don't want everybody to think that I'm just another, like, automaton going out throughout life. Because I'm not. I am different. And like, it's so invalidating when people are like, oh, that's normal. That's normal. Everyone struggles with that. No, you fucking don't. And, like, there are so many issues that everybody does go through, or at least to some degree they go through them, right? In certain times in their life, they'll go through them. But I wouldn't be such a mess. I wouldn't react the way that I wouldn't like carve defective into my leg if it, like, that was a while ago. I wouldn't carve defective in my leg if it was the same as everybody else. Because normal people don't do that. Normal people don't rage out about literally nothing. Normal people don't cut off people left and right because they disrespect them. That's why I fucking hate when people say it. Like, it's so, like, it's like I struggle. I really do. I fucking hate this. And people just want to say, no, that's normal. You're fine. It's all in your fucking head. You're overthinking. It's just imposter syndrome sometimes. And imposter syndrome, I do have a lot, and that fucking sucks. And there's a lot of resentment there, too, when people do want to view me as normal. Isn't it contradictory? I want to be normal, but when people see me as normal, it's intolerable. I think it makes sense. I think the logic there is almost sound. I don't know. Take your fucking meds, guys.